Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the Everton News Daily. Everton striker Salomon Rondon has been linked with a move to Turkey, with Turkish club Sivasspor interested in taking the Venezuelan striker, who only joined Everton on deadline day in August. He hasn't really found his feet at Everton so far. Rondon had to play games a lot earlier, I think, than was the initial plan by Benitez when he brought him in. Came in probably as a sub and an option for Dominic Calvert-Lewin, but due to Calvert-Lewin's injury, Rondon found himself in the side. Hasn't quite gone to plan, and he's found himself replaced by Richarlison for the last couple of games. This link today saying that the Turkish side want to take him in January. I wonder if Everton would listen to that. You know, that new Ellison signed a new deal yesterday. Young striker signed a 3-year deal. Dominic Calvert-Lewin on his way back. And I just wonder if Everton would think, you know, we could maybe make some money on him, or the player himself thinks maybe it's better to move on. Still seems a bit early for me for a decision like that, but that is the story and the links doing the rounds today. Everton have also today been linked with a loan move for Arsenal winger Nicolas Pepe. Pepe scored 10 goals last season in the Premier League for Arsenal. He's their record signing when he signed from Lille for £67.2 million. Everton were very, very strongly linked with him that summer as well, when Marco Silva was the manager, but he went off to Arsenal. They paid the money. And apparently Mikel Arteta said he can go out on loan. He's only played half a dozen games this season for Arsenal. It's an interesting one. He is a good footballer, nice left foot. Just, to me, I'm just not convinced Arsenal would let him join Everton on loan, but again, this is a story coming out of London today that he is available for loan and Everton are interested in him. So he scored 6 goals in 26 games for the Ivory Coast. So like I say, very talented footballer. He's been a little bit up and down at Arsenal, but weighs in with the goals. And, you know, Everton could certainly do with another player off the flank who can score goals. So maybe Pepe could be coming in January, who knows. Rafa Benitez has hinted that is the way Everton are going to try to do their business in January, with some loan deals with views to permanent deals. So maybe Pepe may be one of them. Everton have today defended their decision to move the AGM online, their next AGM online. The club held a virtual AGM back in January, I think it was now. Obviously, due to COVID restrictions, it made sense at the time. And they've decided to stick to that same format. Everton have said that the fact so many shareholders attended, a record number apparently, attended the last one, that helped them form this decision. A lot of people aren't happy with this, understandably so. I personally don't think it's a great move. I feel as though, I'm not a shareholder, but just from being a supporter looking at it, I feel as though it'd have been better being face-to-face with people. Maybe they could have still done like a hybrid one, part virtual, you know, and part in person. I know that that's certainly in the pipeline for future ones. I think if Everton are gonna do it this way, then for me, the board has to all be in attendance. The board has to be able to answer questions live as they happen. I know last year's one, there was pre-planned questions sent into them, so they had time to prepare their answers. I don't think that's great for anybody. I think we want transparency. A lot of people feel disconnected with the football club, and, you know, having something where you send a question in ahead of time and they get the opportunity to, I'm not saying duck the question, because apparently Everton said they answered every question that was sent in, but they've got a chance to prepare something else. And I feel as though there should sometimes be a back and forth with these things. You know, it's the only real time that people get the opportunity to speak to the board and voice their concerns. Yeah, so, you know, if they're going to do it this way and it allows more people to attend, then at least make sure that it's transparent, at least make sure it's live, at least make sure the board are together and can answer any questions that the shareholders have got and put to them on the night, so to speak, not just ones that are given to them ahead of time. Just as it would be if you were sat in the room, if everybody was gathered at the Philharmonic, they'd have to deal with it that way. So I think if they do it that way, then, you know, that's the way it has to be. The one thing I didn't like was on Everton's website, where they give the statements, they did say something along the lines of, we don't have to have an AGM, we're kind of doing it for you. And I didn't like that at all. I really didn't like that line. Whether that's truth or not, I personally didn't like it. I think you want to try and be transparent. It's your opportunity to speak to the fans. It's your opportunity to show people the direction the club's going in. Your opportunity to reaffirm your commitment to the process. And by that, I'm talking about Marcel Brands, I'm talking about Farhad Moshiri. So we'll see how it plays out. But, you know, I think I've seen something from the Shareholders Association, I think, saying that they're calling for the same kind of things, the board to be in attendance and the ability to answer questions live. So hopefully that will happen. And finally, Everton are likely to shelve any plans they had for a move for Stoke centre-back Harry Souttar. The 6'6" Australian centre-back injured his knee in the goalless draw with Saudi Arabia the other day and is unlikely to play again this season. So that looks to be that for any move for him. Once Everton's such it, That's how it seems. That's it for the News Daily. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching. See you later.